After months of grinding FC25, we finally made it to the Elite Division. We played a couple games and this is our new skill rating. But now that I'm here, I'm going to show you guys how to get here, complete steps, tactics, and I'm going to play a full game and walk you through the game, tell you what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. So before we begin, this is the team that we use. Allison in goal, still reliable as hell. And we got to thank EA Sports for giving us his debut right after we got into Elite from the level 40 icon pick. Like, look at those stats, man. And we also bought Mbappe because we just had to. I've been saving for Mbappe for a while and he changed my game, you know. And speaking of which, we also packed Malen from Champs Rewards and his stats are amazing as well. He shouldn't be on the bench, and we gotta pay homage to our club legend Zidane. 442 goals in 481 games, insane. And Maradona on the other hand, I think he does his job, you know. His incisive plus is a good help. And I'm gonna go straight into the tactics. Let me show you guys what been working for me. Two separate tactics have been working. Number one, the 4-2-2 with a short passing play style. And I've been using the short passing play style since the beginning of the game. I just love how there's always a passing option for your team going forward. So if your opponent is defending with a lot of bodies, you'd always have passing options. And if you take a look at this clip here, there's just always somebody to pass to, you know. The passing is beautiful. Give it back to Maradona, straight to Mbappe, back to Maradona, reverse elastico into Trivela. It's beautiful football. And for our defensive approach, we like to go with high or aggressive. I'll just leave it in a high for now. But you absolutely cannot have a defensive line lower than 70 in this game if you want to get to the top. As you can see in this situation, when he puts the ball back towards the edge of the box, my team pushes up the pitch. So he has to force his way through my defensive line and it's not going to work. That's why we play 70 depth. Then we'll go into the roles. For our fullbacks, we got them on wing-back support. You know, I don't think you necessarily need to defend too much with this game. No need to play fullback defend. You're going to concede if you're going to concede. So I just stick to wing-back. I feel like it's enough players there for you, enough players supporting you when you're playing the short passing play style. So there's always going to be somebody. It's an extra man in the attack and it's fantastic because they track back wonderfully well if they have a plus. So try to get them on a plus. And we play the deep line playmaker, build up is very important. And for our cams, we have them on shadow striker. Make sure they have a plus and advance forward. Always play advance forward, none of that poacher false. I mean, you could use what works for you, but for this 4-2-2, this is what I do. And this is how it's gonna look in game. You see how it's clumped up in the middle along with a high defensive approach. So the team is going to be really aggressive at the middle of the pitch trying to win the ball back. Yeah, now we head into our second tactic, and this is the one that I use more often at the moment. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, short passing build-up style as usual, and 95 aggression. Like, it's so OP, like the pressure is insane. I'll come on shadow striker, playmaker roaming, not build up, not attack, roaming. Playmaker roaming, try to get them on pluses. Wingback support as usual, try to get them on pluses as well so they track back nicely. You know, just try to have your cam to have incisive, because incisive is really important in this tactic because there's going to be a lot of through balls to your strikers. So that's it for the tactics. I'm going to save this right now, head back into the team and prepare to head into the first game, and I'll show you guys how to play with these tactics. So yeah, first game of the day. Let's see what formation he's rocking. Let's see how the team looks as well. Okay, Casillas in goal. It's gonna be a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow as well. Okay, well, that's an insane team, by the way. So he's going to kick off the game. Mbappe starts, and just immediately I try to apply pressure, move my team to the direction of where the ball is moving, and just player switching nicely, keeping my defensive line straight. See how I track back with Camavinga and he wins the ball nicely, you know, straight to my striker, you know, play it to my wing back because she's on support. She tries to make a run, R1X to my striker. There's always a fullback supporting me for passing options, which is what I like about the wingback support. And I track this pass nicely, but it still goes through, and my keeper rushes out on his own. And of course, I give it to my wing back again, and now I'm starting to see how much I give the ball to my wing backs. You know, I look for the through ball, look for the extra pass. I'm 1v1 already, straight to Mbappe, scoop, I'm finished. And just like that, we're 1-0 up. So yes, back to the restart, and I get punished here. I get punished here because I didn't predict the kickoff. Kickoff is one of the most overpowered ways you can score in FC25, and it's still crazy, and I lost track, and of course I conceded, but that's no problem. We go again, and ball to the striker. Team starts to push up. I give it to my wing back. She's always on support, you know, quick passes with my players, but he defends that really nicely. And of course, I'm coming up again. My team is at the halfway line because I'm playing 95 depth, but they drop deep on their own, and because of that, I'm able to like win the ball. I'm able to apply pressure on the opponent. There is no breathing space. So my thought process right now is just keep the cursor on your midfielders. You know, I'm trying to keep the cursor on my midfielders to apply pressure, and because of the 95 depth that I'm playing, I'm able to win the ball high up the pitch. And when I win the ball high up the pitch, I can counter attack nicely. But the problem is that he's also playing a 95 depth. So it's going to be a 95 depth versus a 95 depth, and a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow versus a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth in this game, so just sit back and pay attention. And of course, I'm just tracking back with my defensive midfielder. He's your first defender. Your defensive midfielder should be your destroyer. Try to kill as many attacks before it gets to your defense. And I try to build back up nicely, you know, just play with my midfielders, the diamond of them, and just like L1 passes to send my attackers on a run. And I'm trying to move with just the L1 R1 buttons, you know, just so I move calmly, not too much sprinting. That's team of the year Mbappe right there. I win the ball with Scott, and I'm not pulling any center backs out of position, so he has no way to dribble past me. He has to shoot from there. So when you're moving with your defensive line, there's no need to spam the tackle button, you know, just jockey nicely and win the ball. And I tried to come up again, and his defensive line is so high, so whenever he wins the ball, he's already at my attack. But I'm doing the same thing, and I'm playing with my cam. I give it to Eusebio. I'm moving with my left stick, so I find Mbappe, and now I'm 1v1, and that's a goal. So I'm going to talk about what I did in this scenario. I saw that his center back was rushing towards me, so I left the sprint button and moved with only my left stick while triggering a run for my second striker, which is unexpected. You have to move unexpectedly in these type of games. 2-1 up now, and we're back for the restart, and it's just the same thing all over again. Apply pressure with my attackers. If they beat my attackers, then I apply pressure with my midfielders before it gets to my defense. A through ball into Eusebio. He drags me out wide, but that's no problem. You know, I just like ball roll and find Mbappe in the pocket of space, and it's a corner. Always go for the short corners. The amount of goals that you get from short corners this year is incredible. And the 95 depth, I win the ball nicely. Mbappe is in space, and it's another goal. You know, and that was a result of applying pressure with the 95 depth. And he's coming again, and now he's gonna move quick. So I have to be ready for the kickoff goal. I defend the kickoff nicely, and it's back to my keeper. I send it to my left back, and I try to come up, and if you watch the way he's pressuring me, it's insane, you know. But I try to win the ball back again from Henry, and his pressure is really good. I step in with my center back DDA, but I slide tackle because that's my last option. Only slide tackle when it's your last option in the box. And he's coming again. I'm keeping my defense nicely while moving with my DM, and he beats my DM, so I just switch into my center back and I win the ball. But his pressure is lovely, like I said, but I'm keeping my cursor on my defensive midfielder, and I try to win the ball with Chalanoglu, but it falls back to him. I keep my defensive line straight. Pay attention, I keep saying that. And I switch to my DM, and because I switch to my DM, my center back is always going to be in the right position to win the ball as the second man. And 1-2 with my striker. I search for my cam, unable to find him because he fouled me actually. And let's see what this foul amounts to. I don't usually take fast free kicks. I like to take them properly, and I try to find the driven pass into my striker. So it's just 1-2 in my midfielders right now, and my wing back is always there to support me. Recycle if I can back to my wing back. I play it into the middle, and it's a nice triangle, and Kamavinga is so strong, but unfortunately I fouled him. I don't know how that happened. But apply pressure with your striker firstly. If you can't apply pressure with your striker, then you switch into your midfielders. Your center back should be your last option. I pulled the center back out of position, which I shouldn't have, and that is why I conceded. And Henry is gonna Henry, you know. And immediately I tried to get my own kickoff goal. Driven pass into my striker. He defends it nicely. I spread it to my fullback. I couldn't find the driven pass back to my cam. I recycled the pass. I drag him towards the wing so that I can find space in the middle. Eusebio is just not strong enough for me. I ended up switching to Malen because I don't think I can use Eusebio that well, even though he's 95 rated. I keep my defensive line nice and high. Driven pass into my striker. I tried to find the 1-2 in Maradona, but he was running. I should have gone for a through ball instead. And because of that, set myself up for a counter attack. He hits the post, I get lucky. So I go for my own counter attack, you know, I try to win the ball back with my fullback. Driven pass into my striker's feet. You need to add that to your arsenal, you know, just whip the ball to your striker immediately and you're already attacking. It's on time for halftime, so I try to get one more goal before the second half. You know, quick passes with my attackers, ball to Eusebio, then to Maradona. He expects a quick pass, so I just move nicely back to Eusebio and it's a shot. And that's because I'm moving the ball quickly. So you have to move the ball quickly if you want to catch your opponents off guard. And it's even better if you combine moving the ball quickly. Then when he expects you to pass the ball, instead of moving the ball to the next attacker, you dribble instead. Then you dribble, then you fast passes, then dribble, then fast passes. You know, that's how you can confuse your opponent and assert dominance, you know. Second half commences now, and it's going to be a different ball game because both players have adapted to the game, so it's going to look differently now. You know, I find my fullback, you know, 1-2 in my attackers. Maradona, I try to find the true ball to Mbappe. Fake shots, but it doesn't come off well. Immediate pressure. I win the ball nicely because of the 95 depth. Win the ball high up the pitch. He wins the ball back again. He comes forward with Henry, but I'm not pulling my defenders out of position, just the ball on my midfielders. Now I can switch to my center back. I rush on my keeper for the combo, and I win the ball back again. Driven pass always. Whenever I win the ball with my midfielders, I always play a driven ball into my attacker. You know, I try to find a true ball to Mbappe. He rushes up nicely and fouls me instead. So yeah, I play a short free kick with my attackers, and I try to do a driven pass into Mbappe. It doesn't come off well because it double teams on me, and it's a counter attack for him. I don't switch to my center backs till I see the ball is coming to Mbappe, so I read the pass nicely, but then I try to force a true pass to Maradona, and he tracks the pass nicely. And yeah, it's a counter attack once again. 95 depth, like I said. You would always win the ball in the midfield, causing you to score so many goals. You know, I recycle to my fullback because he's always there to support me. He's just standing at the halfway line. I give the ball to Mbappe. Eusebio, I try to do a skill move, doesn't come off well. Eusebio feels bulky at times. I don't know what it is, but I just play together with Camavinga because he's on build-up. He would always be there to support the attack, and that's what I love about him. And when the DLP build up as a plus, he would drop back perfectly. And so yeah, I try to apply pressure with my midfielders, and it's just the same thing all over again. But he finds the ball to Mbappe, but I win the ball with Scott. And I try to come forward with Zidane, driven pass to my DM, driven pass to my striker, 1-2 with my cam, 1-2 with my striker, and it's just 1-2s all over again. Try to send my players on runs. The pass doesn't come off well because he's defending well, as I said, and because of the high line, I win the ball back again. And driven pass to my striker, I try to do a speed boost, and of course it doesn't come off well. And as you can see, it's just repeated winning the ball high up the pitch, winning the ball high up the pitch. And when you win the ball high up the pitch, you have so many opportunities to attack. And because of the amount of opportunities you have to attack, you would create a lot of chances, just like this one that I just created. And like I said, short corners. You score a lot of goals from short corners after the patch, ball into the box, recycle, and find my attacker. I shoot to Maradona, and it's a goal. You play your corner shorts, you're going to get a lot of goals because it's basically allowing you to attack in the final third. And come forward again, you know, and I win the ball nicely. I stop the kickoff, which is what I always want to do. I should do a reverse elastico there, but I give the ball to Eusebio. He doesn't score the chance, and time is ticking for Eusebio because Malen is waiting, you know. And I try to win the ball high up the pitch here, you know, just stay compact, you know, there is no danger. there is no danger, and now there is danger. Now there is danger, and of course my keeper does really well. That's goal that is in, by the way. DDA goal, but thank God it's offside. And I played the free kick, ball to my center mid. Scott doesn't win the ball because of his press is really nice, and I think a goal comes out of this. And no, it doesn't, because of the pressure that I was applying with my center back. Advanced defending, by the way, guys, turn on your advanced defending. The bruiser animation is insane, and now he has activated a very nice press, and I can see that I'm in trouble, so I need a breather. I paused the game to take a break. I paused the game to check who my opponent is, because if you were in this game with me, you'll see how much pressure that this guy is applying. He's pressing the ball really nicely, and I'm suffering. Yeah, I'm suffering, but I'm trying not to lose my head. And the way I'm not losing my head is by, just staying compact with my defense. An average player would probably start rushing passes and start rushing the tackle button. But what I'm doing is I'm just keeping the ball, and when I'm counter-attacked, I switch to my defensive midfielder, and I let my defensive midfielder do the work before I switch to my center back. So now I've taken a break, and I wanted to come back and see what he has for me. He tries to play his corner shots, but I'm expecting that. So I try to win the ball with Mbappe, but it doesn't work really well. So I apply pressure, just double team on him, counter attack for me. I try to spread it wide. I give the ball to Scott. I should play a lock in this situation, but I don't think I do, because I can find Mbappe nicely. And extra pass to Eusebio, but he doesn't move on time. And now it's counter attack for him. Multiple options. That's a very, very easy goal, and that was just a result of not taking my chance. You don't take your chances in this game at the high level, you are going to concede the next attack. I mean it. And now I try to come forward nicely, ball to Eusebio. Like, use an attacker who works for you. Eusebio is not working for me right now, so I'm going to pause the game, and I'm going to try to change that situation. And another chance for him, he misses that, but that was kind of poor defending from me because I missed my opportunity. And through ball into Mbappe, I wait for the run of Eusebio. I don't find him because he's tackled properly, and counter attack again for him. I'm just tracking the runner right now. I track the runner, I come inside with my fullback, just rotating nicely, just a second man press with my attackers. I pull my midfielders into the box. I win the ball with Zidane, but DDA back to him, and it's an offside goal from him. And now I'm going to pause the game and make some changes, because I'm seeing that something is not working. And firstly, Eusebio is not working, and I'm being dominated at the back. And because I'm being attacked, I switch to fullback defend with my left back. It's nice to have one fullback on defend if you feel like your opponent is taking advantage of your wing. And now the game is going to be a little bit different now, because I'm defending a little bit more now. And he comes forward nicely again, but I'm just jockeying with Scott, and he's offside once again. I come forward with my fullback, 1-2 in my midfielder, driven pass into my striker. Malen is on the pitch now, and that first touch is a very good play style. It's a very good play style for him, basically. And I move my defense nicely, causing him to be offside multiple times, because the 95 depth allows your team to do automatic offside traps. So that's why he's been offside a lot in this game. I tried to find the driven pass to my attacker. He intercepted nicely, and we can already see the effectiveness of putting Scott on fullback defend, because she wins the ball back to the keeper. Ball to my DM, driven pass to my fullback, just trying to stretch the pitch now. And because his press is really high right now, he presses me really well, and I'm just trying to contain the ball. I read the pass into the box, because I know at this point everybody tries to cut back into their striker, and I'm looking for the last minute attack in the game. I should just hold the ball now and see off the game, but I'm not a B word. And I find the ball to Malen, and he wins the ball back, but now it's panic stages. I switch to my CB, and I track the run nicely, and of course, due to a good tracking, I win the ball with my center back, and it's game over. And that's just the beauty of it. I think a lot of this game had to do a lot with the tactics. The 95 aggression caused a lot of offside traps, and we won the ball nicely high up the pitch a lot of times. and we take our skill rating from 700 to 726. And yeah, that's about it. That's the game. Yeah, so I hope regardless of your division, you were able to take one or two things from this game and this gameplay and try out the tactics. Let me know in the comment section how it works for you. And if you like this type of content and you want to improve your playstyle, you want to rank up in rivals, in champs, just make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment, whatever you want to say. I respond to all comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bless.